What's up, guys? Today I wanted to take just a couple of minutes to kind of elaborate on something that I didn't get to in my review of last night's episode of American Horror Story 1984. So over the course of pretty much this entire season, we've been dealing with the fact that Camp Redwood has some kind of blood curse or portal into hell or whatever real explanation they might have possibly given in order to explain why the counselors or just anyone who dies in Camp Redwood comes back as a ghost and is trapped there without the possibility of ever leaving. And in last night's episode, we were treated to at least one possibility as to why all of this is happening back in 1948, where Benjamin, Mr. Jingles, his mother, played by the great Lily Rabe, went on a murder spree massacre in what was originally Camp Redwood, putting her in a kind of Miss Voorhees cloak after the death of her favorite son, Bobby. And I guess on one hand, that does make somewhat of a decent explanation as to why all of this is happening. But one of the things that struck me as strange throughout the entire episode, and it wasn't just Lily Rabe, it was also Mr. Jingles, who kept alluding to the fact that even though his mother, or at least they thought that his mother was the one who caused all of this stuff to occur, and she's the one preying on the ghosts and killing people, and her hatred and disdain for everything in the world is what caused all this, they just kept mentioning the fact that they've been looking for Bobby and that he is there. I mean, the episode ends with Benjamin literally saying to Bobby out in the lake that he knows that Bobby is there, he's watching them, and he's going to try to make everything right. But that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense with the explanation that they gave us. There's no way that he could possibly be around if his mother was the one who ended up causing all of this, could he? He died before she went crazy and destroyed everything and was killed on the campgrounds that would have started this entire nonsense. So the real question is, are they telling the truth? I mean, it was just kind of an explanation that really had no basis in anything. It was just kind of a theory. So is there going to be even further explanation to this on why all of this is occurring during the events of the last two episodes of the season? Or are they just going to leave it at that, and that is the explanation they're going to give? One of the things I think is coming by the end of this season is kind of a family reunion between Mr. Jingles, his mother, and his brother. And I'm not entirely sure with that explanation how that's going to happen. Like I said, there's no way that Bobby could possibly be there to be with them, but it just seems like a perfect shot for the end of the season where all of them are together again. Everyone looks the exact same way that they died, but we have Benjamin's son, Bobby, grown up in the future attending Camp Redwood. And they all watch him as he plays around and everything is kind of hunky-dory now, and whatever was cursing this land is now no more. But in order to do something like that, you were going to need to explain how all of this occurred and how to fix it. We saw the counselors in last night's episode wanting or speculating on the possibility that with a massacre there, they could find a way to escape this purgatory-like situation. So with that, I'm kind of wondering, is the explanation not Lily Rabe's character, but Bobby? Is he the one creating all this stuff? Once he was killed, his soul remained, and he's the one bringing all these people back, and he's the one looking for his mother, looking for some kind of safety net that he hasn't found in so many decades, and that's why all these people are forced to stay there once they die. And ultimately, one of the biggest twists that we can get in next week's episode, although I feel like it would be super rushed, is that Bobby's spirit shows up and he's the big bad that everyone has to kind of calm down or fight in one way or another until they can subdue him, maybe with his brother and his mother kind of finding him and loving him, and all these souls are set free and they can all move on. And then Camp Redwood at the end of everything would be kind of a peaceful place. I'm not entirely sure I would like that explanation, but it would be really interesting. It just kind of strikes me as odd that they would give some kind of explanation as to why all of this is recurring, but then keep mentioning a character that died before this curse really started affecting the land and everyone who died on it. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. It's been real.